This is the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Friday, the 30th of August. I'm Michael Groff, kicking off the Labor Day holiday weekend on a hot note with temperatures in the excessive heat levels for the next couple of days. But we'll see a gradual cool down with an increase in moisture by late in the weekend. Chances of mountain showers and storms, will any of those make their way into the deserts? Plus, we'll also take a look at the latest on the tropics and Hurricane Dorian. First, though, let's check out the almanac from yesterday. 106 degrees was the high in the valley, 80 the morning low. And outside right now, here just after 8 a.m., we've got mostly clear skies out there. 88 degrees at Sky Harbor, still muggy though, dew point up at 65, humidity 46%, the winds are light, and the barometer is rising. Temperatures around the area right now, 75 the cool spot at Fort McDowell, but most of us are in the 80s to low 90s now. The upper air look, high pressure is the dominant weather feature. It will be pretty much sitting right on top of us for the next couple of days before eventually sliding toward the Four Corners, we hope, by late in the weekend and next week, bringing about some more monsoon moisture. Meantime, the watch warning map, we've got an excessive heat warning from 10 a.m. this morning through 8 p.m. Saturday evening for the valley, and that extends through much of western Arizona, southern Nevada as well. The Las Vegas Valley, if you're heading up there, it will be quite toasty. Some flash flood watches over parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri. Severe weather outlook for today, a marginal risk of severe storms for the eastern Rockies, parts of the southern plains, and the Midwest. And taking a look at the tropics and the Atlantic Basin, a couple of features of concern here. We've got a tropical wave moving off the African coast way out there by the Cape Verde Islands. Not going to worry about that for a long time, but still the possibility of development is there. And then there's Dorian, now maximum sustained winds 110 miles per hour, as it will be approaching the Bahamas over the Labor Day weekend. The official track from the National Hurricane Center brings it on the Florida coast, somewhere between about West Palm Beach and Melbourne by late Monday night or Tuesday morning as a major hurricane, Category 3, perhaps Category 4, and then very slowly moves it up the Florida Peninsula, centered somewhere near about Lakeland or so by 2 a.m. Wednesday morning. But there is still a great deal of uncertainty with this feature. Let's take a look at some of the modeling on this. First, the tropical models, many of them clustered on the idea of moving the system right up the Florida Peninsula. A couple of them do bring it out into the Gulf, with a couple more keeping it right on the coast or just offshore entirely. Those are clear outliers. Taking a look at the GFS ensemble, the ensemble mean is the black line. And the GFS ensemble brings it from about Melbourne all the way across the peninsula to Tampa Bay, and then out into the Gulf with a secondary landfall up on the Panhandle near the Nature Coast, perhaps. And then there's the European model, which, of course, has shown the trend of a further east trek with this system, bringing it, essentially hugging the coast from around West Palm Beach up through Cape Hatteras. The bottom line is, and I can't stress this enough, there is still a wide degree of uncertainty here. So all eyes from Miami up to Cape Hatteras, going to need to keep a watch on this system over the Labor Day weekend. The track will become a little bit more clear with time, and I think much of the Florida coast, the peninsula, will be affected by this system in some capacity, and all the way up to potentially the Carolinas. High surf, rip currents, all of that will be a certainty. Beyond that, we'll just have to see. All right, a little closer to home, let's take a look at the precipitation outlook valid through next Friday morning from the WPC. Rain amounts here in the valley doesn't look good. Probably nothing. Statewide, the numbers have come down quite a bit too, as the weather pattern looks to be a bit drier than initially thought. We'll talk about it now as we look at the models. Here it is, the GFS, the 06Z run valid at 2 o'clock today. High pressure in control here across the southwest. We've got a trough over the Great Lakes. So down at the surface today, sunny skies, a relatively dry air mass. That morning humidity should mix out as we go through the day. Highs this afternoon, 107 to 110. Tonight, mostly clear skies, lows in the 80s. Tomorrow, sunny and hot again, highs 108 to 111. If you're heading up north, heading to the high country for the weekend, keep in mind there will be widely scattered, mainly midday through early evening showers and thunderstorms each day. But the key here is widely scattered, probably not nearly as numerous as we initially thought, but you'll probably still run into one or two of them up there, so do bear that in mind if you're camping. All right, on Sunday, the ridge tries to slide toward the Four Corners. The mid-levels of the atmosphere will still be pretty warm, though, so I would find it hard to believe that we'd get any showers and storms here in the deserts. Nevertheless, we'll put a small chance of a storm into our forecast for Sunday night. Slightly better chance, though, for Labor Day, scattered mountain showers and storms and a few of those will get into the deserts for at least a small chance we see something here in Phoenix. And high temperatures will be coming down as the moisture levels come up. We'll call the sky partly sunny each day. Tuesday, slight chance of a shower or storm. And Wednesday will start to dry out as the ridge begins to reshape, kind of elongate from north to south in response to a developing low off the west coast. Still, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a shower or storm get in here. Thursday, though, looks like we'll really dry out with more of a southwesterly flow. And then a week from today. This is Friday, the 6th of September. More of a southwesterly flow starts to develop. And look, we're still dealing with Dorian just off the middle Atlantic coast, somewhere to the southeast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. And so that is obviously one scenario that's on the table, but a lot can change between now and then, I stress. And let's go out 10 days. This is the end of the forecast period, Sunday, the 8th of September. Now we've got a positively tilted trough off of the west coast, a southwesterly flow in here. Conditions would be drying out, but the good news is temperatures would be headed down to about normal levels, which for September the 8th, I do believe the normal high there is 101 or 102. All right, taking a look at the temperatures through the period coming off of the European ensemble. Highs will be lowering as we get into next week. Looks like temperatures fairly close to average, maybe a degree or two above normal. But for the most part, maybe after tomorrow, we'll be done with the 110s for the year. But as you know, we can still hit 110 even into mid-September. All right, that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. If you like our videos, be sure to subscribe so that whenever we post a brand new one, you'll get the notifications. Your comments, questions, and suggestions are always encouraged as well. Thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Be safe out there. Don't drink and drive. Watch out for the crazies. Have yourselves a wonderful Labor Day holiday weekend.